Here with Jimmy Ball, AFC Totton manager, after the 2-0 defeat here at Twerton Park to Bath City. Jimmy, disappointing performance tonight. Would you put that down to?
Parts of it. Defending, the 2 goals were really poor. I think technically we weren't great. A little bit slow technically. I thought we started the game ever so well, and the first time in our defensive third they score, which is really disappointing. A really disappointing goal from our point of view. We just weren't up behind the ball. We were attacking, so we got to be up and squeezed on, and we weren't. We were attacking and we were too deep, so our distances weren't right, which is really poor. Just not quite there, and credit to them. They've been quite good in their last couple of games, a bit unlucky in their last couple of games, I'll be honest. And you know, they had a lot of endeavour, a lot of bite and fight and work ethic, played some good football, but you know, took their goals very, very well. Took their goals very, very well. It's the first time we've conceded from a corner this season, which is disappointing. Very, very disappointing from my point of view, because I pride myself on that. People have to do better in their individual roles at our corners. For the goal, just not quite right. And it just goes to show that the league is difficult, the league is tricky, and if you aren't bang on, you get punished, and we got punished tonight.
It feels like quite a large surface here, and with the evening coming in quite slick as well. Was there just kind of maybe a little bit of struggling to adapt to that?
No, because we started great. We had 6 minutes where they hardly get on our half, and we absolutely penned them in for the first 6-7 minutes of the game. You got to take chances. We had a couple, didn't take them. Poor decisions, end products, final ball. Didn't do well enough up there while we had immense pressure, and then got done asleep because we had so much pressure. We were asleep here, which is wrong. So no, nothing at the surface. By the way we started, there was no issues with the surface at all.
We had a lot of the ball in the game, despite being on the road, but struggled really to work the keeper. Is there maybe an element of potentially maybe needing to put the ball at risk more to try and generate some of those opportunities?
Well, I think we risked the ball because they counter-attacked quite a lot. I just think it was like a quality end product, like a quality rushing, a bit of composure from certain players. But you know, it's when we had the ball first half going up the hill, you're constantly like pushing yourself up the hill, and then when you got the ball second half going down the hill, there's not a lot of grass in there, and they were fairly deep. It's very difficult. It's a difficult place to come. So yeah, going up and down this hill all night, was tough. The obvious thing for me to say is, last week's exploits have caught up with us. But I think that's a bit of a cop-out. Fair play to Bath City. They were at us tonight. They worked extremely hard. And we weren't on it. We weren't quite right. So you have to just give off your cap, give credit to the other team, and say we've got to do better. We'll have to be better for Saturday. Looks like I need to freshen up, so I'll have to do that. And then people get to take their chance ahead of another FA Cup game. So, take it on the chin.
What's the kind of the feeling in the changing room? Was it that it just wasn't our night, or was it really that we let a good opportunity slip? A bit of both, really. Yeah, we're better than how we played tonight. We know that. So we've let a good opportunity slip, but we didn't play well enough to take that opportunity, and you have to take responsibility for that. And come again on Saturday with a bit of anger, a bit of disappointment, and prove a point. They've all got a place to play for now, and they'll all be desperate to play against Macclesfield, but we can't think about Macclesfield. No one out there tonight should have been. If they were, then they were wrong. It's not been mentioned. It won't get mentioned until we've played Chelmsford on Saturday at our place. So, that's the nature of it. But the nature of having it cup runs and having great nights like we did down at Truro, and great experiences like that. The nature of it is that you have a pile up of games, play more games than anyone else. Chelmsford haven't played tonight, and we have. Well, they've played, but in a local cup. So yeah, but you got to have strong enough character to cope with all of that and be a top team when the night presents itself. And I'm not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. We've had an excellent start to the season, 7 wins, and we're all right. I wasn't jumping up and down thinking we're the greatest team in the world, and I'm not thinking we're a poor team now. Lots of circumstances to it, but the players weren't good enough tonight, and didn't take advantage of the start we had, because we were really, really good for 6-7 minutes and put them under total pressure and didn't capitalise through lack of quality and lack of composure, and then got done in their first attack, which is very, very poor from our point of view, because we've defended well this season. We didn't do that tonight. Take it on the chin, deal with it, be big boys about it, and be better Saturday.
Lovely. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thanks, mate.